I want to talk to you today about being vulnerable and when's the right time to be vulnerable and the boundaries with that. There's a model called the relationship attachment model, and it talks about 5 different dynamics within a relationship and how they should be measured. The first aspect of this relationship model is know. You need to get to know someone, and to do that, you need to talk to them, you need to have time together, and you need to have time with them with other people. Through those experiences, you start to look for patterns, and as you notice the consistency in this person, you can start to then, next level is trust the person a little bit more, that you've seen some consistency in their behavior, and so you can start to bank on that. After that, you can rely on it, so it's something that you kind of put stock into, and you start to lean on that trust even more. From there, after you know them a little bit better and you've shared with them and you've trusted them and you can lean on that through reliance, then that's when the commitment comes. And commitment is, through engagement, through marriage, even through deciding to seriously date someone. That comes after all those 3 other steps. And then finally, there's touch, that physical intimacy comes in after you have set up a foundation of emotional intimacy and of other forms of intimacy. And so that can be a good framework for you to know when should I be vulnerable and when might it be too soon for me to be vulnerable. Another thing to think about when it comes to vulnerability is that sometimes we tend to be on one side of the spectrum or the other. So we can be too vulnerable at times, too open sometimes, because we're afraid that if we're not open enough, people will leave us. And that comes from our early life experiences. Or we can be very shut down and very guarded with other people because we've experienced that we're in the past, in our childhood experiences, that people have not been trustworthy. My suggestion to you, if you're on either one of these extremes, is to explore these areas, explore your past and how it impacts your relationships through therapy or through talking with other people. And then also consider going against your default. So if your default is to be more guarded, once you've kind of ascertained that this person that you're connecting with has some consistency that you can rely on, then maybe you want to try and challenge yourself to push against that a little bit. On the other end, if you find yourself clinging to people because you're afraid that they're going to leave you, you might want to hold back a little bit and just trust that they'll be there for you and not feel like you have to do things for them to be there for you. So those are some tips on being vulnerable and having some boundaries in that.